Hey, sis. Long time no see. I have something to report to you. Alyssa, it's been a long time. Report to me? Don't tell me something happened to Mom and Dad. No, Mom and Dad are doing fine. That's not it. It's about me. Then you don't have to report anything. What? Why? I've told you before, right? I'm not interested in you. I told you not to contact me for trivial things, didn't I? Hey. Isn't it too harsh to say you're not interested? Your little sister is trying to tell you something. I don't want to hear it. Are you still mad at me? It's been more than 5 years. You're taking too long to hold on to grudges. It's been 6 years. I'm not mad at you. But I have no intention of forgiving you. Not now, not ever. Huh? That means you are still angry. That was when I was in college. It's called youthful indiscretion. Still, going on and on about something that happened so long ago? Aren't you embarrassed even though you're the older sister? How can you say such a thing? You stole my boyfriend of 6 years, and we were engaged at that time. I decided from that moment on that I would never have anything to do with you. I don't consider you family. I don't consider you my sister. And I made it very clear to you that you were not to contact me unless it was about our parents or an emergency. I made that clear. Oh my God, you're scary. That's why you ended up getting dumped. Women with no charm like that aren't popular with men. What are you talking about? It's already been 6 years. Don't make it sound like I was recently dumped. Oh no, you don't know anything, do you, my poor sister? What on earth are you talking about? Stop beating around the bush and say it clearly. What? You don't mind if I tell you even though it's about me? Then I'll tell you. I'm getting married. I shouldn't have asked. I really don't care. I don't know anything about your love story, and I don't want to know. You're so dense. You still don't get it, do you? So what? I stole your husband. Huh? What are you saying? That can't be true. That's right. That's the surprise. It's shocking, isn't it? I understand how you feel, but it's the truth. You're lying, aren't you? It's impossible. My husband would never cheat on me. I don't believe you. Aw, sis, you are so cute. But unfortunately, it's the truth. That's why I want you to break up with him. I mean, when did you get married, sis? I didn't ask. I would never tell you. I'll be damned if you steal him from me again. I really wanted to tell only our mother, and I wanted her to come to the wedding, but I didn't tell any of our relatives in case you find out. So in the end, we had a small wedding overseas with just our parents. I see. I really feel sorry for you that no one gave you their blessing. You went through all that trouble, but I found out in the end. If you're not lying, how did you meet my husband? And didn't you say just now that it was youthful indiscretion? Did I say that? You are... You know, I get bored working at the same place for too long. So I've been hopping around different places as a temp. And guess who I met at my current assignment? Your husband. He's actually mentoring me and teaching me all sorts of things at work. I'm not really interested in the job itself, so I've been asking him all sorts of personal questions instead. Turns out he's married, and his wife's name is Nadia. I thought it was impossible, but I asked him how old she was, and he told me she was your age. To make matters worse, he showed me a picture of her, and she looked just like you. That can't be. When I heard that he was your husband, I became attracted to him. I fell in love with him, and he fell in love with me too. We have been dating for a year, And now he says he wants to break up with you and marry me. He has asked me to have a very luxurious wedding ceremony, you know? That means he loves me more than you. Just because we look amazingly alike, isn't it possible that it's someone else? And the name Nadia isn't that rare either. Sis, you really don't know when to quit. You don't believe me even though you have all this evidence? Well, I understand your shock, but come on. If you insist, I'll check with my husband just to be sure. I'm sure he'll get back to me as soon as he can because it's definitely not what you say it is. I'll be in touch. Bye. Okay, sis. Don't go to bed in shock. Alyssa, I checked with my husband right away. He said he didn't cheat on me. He said there's no way he would cheat on me. Besides, there's no other woman named Alyssa in the company, and that he is not even in charge of training. I knew it was bullshit. Huh? It's not bullshit. He told me he was going to break up with you. He was too scared of you to tell you the truth. There was something else I wanted to tell you the other day when I announced that I was going to steal your husband. I thought you might collapse from shock, so I haven't been able to tell you yet. If you lie to me again, I won't forgive you. I'm not lying. Actually, I gave birth to his child. Huh? Gave birth? That's right. Taking away your happiness is really fun. Hey, what's the name of my husband? Huh? I don't understand why you're asking me what your husband's name is. Are you going crazy from the shock, sis? I gave birth to Matthew's baby. What? Matthew? No way. Oh my God! What are you talking about, sis? Did you forget your husband's name too? I just had a baby girl a month ago. She's really cute. I mean, sis, Matthew was really cheating on you, right? When you checked, did he ask you to break up with him? So, my husband didn't ask me to break up with him, and he said he doesn't know anybody named Alyssa. That can't be true, because I went to submit the marriage certificate today, and it was accepted. That means you divorced Matthew, right? Thank you so much for divorcing him so easily. Matthew is not my husband, okay? Huh? What are you talking about? That can't be true. Matthew was my boyfriend 6 years ago, after you stole my fiancé. He was very controlling, and I broke up with him soon after. What? Ex-boyfriend? What are you talking about? I've managed to get work done since my fiancé dumped me, but I couldn't do anything except work. My friends were so worried about me, they forced me to go out drinking with them. I met Matthew at that party. He asked me for my contact information, and maybe I shouldn't have given it to him so easily. He contacted me every day saying he liked me and asking me to go out with him. I was overwhelmed and decided to go out with him. Looking back, I may have been desperate after being dumped by someone I loved. If I had been able to make a sane decision, I wouldn't have gone out with that guy. Matthew was really too controlling. He checks my cell phone every day, even though I never cheated on him. He saw me exchanging messages with a male colleague online. He said, "There's no way you'd cheat on me while I'm right here," and smashed my phone. Oh no! Matthew is not your husband? And I can't believe he was such a controlling man. He's never been that controlling to me. I wonder if he's sorry for what he did. I hope so, but he got mad when I didn't call him every hour. When I left the house in the morning, he would be right there waiting. And when I left the office, he'd be waiting for me right there too. I was going neurotic, so I decided to break up with him. When I told him I was leaving him, he snapped and forced me into his car. He said, "I know you're cheating on me with a guy from work. Come live with me at my parents' house." He said we could get registered right now, and I was really scared. I told him I had a bit of a stomach ache and needed to use the restroom. I asked him to stop at a service area and I called 911 from the restroom. The police came and saved my life, but I felt dead inside. It's hard to imagine Matthew is now a different person after 5 years. Oh no! I had a baby with such a dangerous man, and I got registered today. Why did Matthew lie about being married to you? I don't know. I am not Matthew. But maybe he was lying about being married to me to different people. And now because he lied, he can't correct it? If you're curious, why don't you ask Matthew directly? If I ask him about it, he might get upset. I might even be tied down to him. I don't want that. What should I do? I want to break up with Matthew. You can't break up with him that easily. You just got registered today. Matthew is your husband and the father of your child. That's a fact. I don't know if you should pretend you didn't hear what I said and continue to work things out with Matthew. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think you should ask Matthew why he lied to you. Why don't you tell him that I told you everything? It's not like you can just break up with him out of the blue. Sis, I'll give you Matthew. Please go out with him again. Did you hear what I said? Matthew did this to me. I don't want to see him ever again. There's no way I'm going out with him. Besides, I'm married with a husband and kids. What? Is that so? I've been saying that for a while. When you told me that you stole my husband, I had no choice but to check with him because you were so insistent. He said, "Me? Cheating on you with your sister?" I've heard plenty about how crazy your sister is, and I know that she stole your fiancé a long time ago. So there's no way I'd cheat on you with someone like that. I mean, I'm really happy right now. That's what he said. He told me he would never do that. I want your husband. Huh? Sis, let's trade husbands. Come on. I've already told you what I need to tell you. I don't have time for you anymore. Hey, sis, you're abandoning me. Are you going to let Matthew put me in danger? You tried to steal my husband from me in the first place, and that's why you're in this mess, right? It's none of my business. You're on your own. I have to get ready for dinner now. Sis, wait a minute. Sis, help! I'm about to be taken to his parents' house. What? You're not the only one who's been in trouble. Are you sure it's okay to contact me now? I told Matthew what you told me. I asked why he lied to me about being married to you. I said, you tricked me. Do you know what he said when I told him that? How am I supposed to know? He said, I've always loved Nadia. When he heard that you got married, he wanted you to be happy. He wanted to be your husband, even if it was only in his imagination. So when I asked him if he was married, he told me he was married to you. But when he heard that I was your sister, he was really surprised. You had told him that I had stolen your fiancé away from you. He thought, I'll never forgive you for hurting my beloved Nadia. He wanted to take revenge on me. He was going to go out with me, tear me to pieces and dump me. That's crazy. So why are you going to be taken to his parents' house instead of being dumped? That's the thing. At first, he thought of revenge. But we're sisters and we look alike. Once we had a child, he suddenly started to love me. When he realized he really loved me, he wanted to marry me, but he couldn't tell me the truth because he lied to me about being married to you. But now that I know everything, he doesn't have to hide it anymore. He couldn't have a life with you, but this time, we'll live at his parents' house. We're surrounded by nature, and he's sure it'll be good for me and for our daughter. Just like with you, I was forced into a car. I managed to escape, and I am now at a nearby convenience store. But I left my daughter at home and I'm worried. Then you have no choice but to go back. You can't entrust your precious daughter to a man like that. Yes, but will you come with me? Huh? Of course I don't want to. I told you I don't ever want to see Matthew again. Now's not the time to talk about that. It's an emergency. I'm in trouble and you're too cold to help me. What makes you think I will help you? I lost my fiancé to you 6 years ago. Even though you took the wrong guy this time, you still tried to take my husband away from me. You hurt me so much. You're too brazen to ask for help only when you're in trouble. I don't consider you my sister. I don't even consider you family. That's why I'm not going. Why don't you rely on our parents? Dad's always been on your side. Well, it seems that Dad had an affair, and Mom is suing him for alimony. You know how he's always been a cheater. Mom had a hard time with that. Mom thought that if we got married, she would have done her duty as a mother, and she would divorce him. You and I got married, and then she found out that Dad was having an affair. Mom moved out. I asked Dad for help, but he said he didn't have time for that right now. I tried to contact Mom, but she didn't read my messages. Well, why don't you just ask a friend or something? I don't have any friends. I've been known to steal my friends' boyfriends. And then I realized I had no one left. Didn't you say you were going to have a big wedding? Who were you going to invite? That doesn't matter right now. I'm sorry. I can only say that I don't care. So I'm going to stop messaging you now. What? I'm blocking you now. Bye. Sis, don't block me. Hey, sis, don't leave me. I actually knew that my mother had left home. I also knew about my dad, who is a self-righteous cheater. Alyssa tried to take away not only my fiancé, but also my husband. I don't consider her family anymore. My mother would like to see her grandchildren and wants to say hello to my husband, even though it's too late. I saw her the other day and she was very thin. It was really hard for me to see how much pain she must have been through. My husband says that he wants to move in with my mother and hopes that she will get well soon. I plan to start living with her in the near future. I had blocked Matthew's contact information, but he found my social networking site. He contacted me. Alyssa quit her job and is living with Matthew's parents. Matthew wrote that he was going to give more love to Alyssa than he did to me because he couldn't make me happy. It's clear that Alyssa feels restricted in the dull countryside with nothing to do. I feel a little sorry for her, but because she had a child and got married without thinking of the consequences, this is what happened. To put it bluntly, she got what she deserved. She said she loves her child, so I hope she will prioritize her daughter and live her life.
Luna, is this a good time? I have something important to tell you.
Harry, what's wrong? What's so important?
Break up with me.
What?
I don't want to be with you anymore.
Hey, what's going on all of a sudden? We had a nice date yesterday.
How dare you trick me?
What?
I just heard from a friend. You're from a single-parent family, right?
Yeah, but what about it?
What do you mean, what about it? It's so important. Why didn't you tell me before?
I'm sorry. I've been meaning to tell you. I just haven't had a chance.
Are you kidding me? I was even thinking of marrying you.
Marriage?
What, you were going out with me with no intention of getting married?
It's not that I wasn't thinking about it. We've only been dating for less than 6 months.
You're my type, so I was thinking of proposing to you soon. But if you're just living with your mother in a single-family home, it's a different story. I don't want to go out with a poor woman.
Poor?
Single-parent home, it means poor, right?
That's prejudice. It's true that when I was a child, I may have had it a little harder than other families. But we weren't poor. Now I work to support my mother.
You support your mother?
Yes, I do. She got very sick a few years ago and had to quit her job. It's only natural that I, as her daughter, should support her.
Then you are poor, aren't you?
Don't insist on saying we're poor. We don't have all the luxuries, but we can live a normal life.
I still can't do it. If you marry me, I'll have to take care of your mother too, won't I? I hate parasitic women like that.
I don't intend to be a parasite. I have a full-time job. I make enough to support my mother. I won't infringe on you.
You're just an office worker, right? You do desk work in a small business. You don't get paid much, so don't act like you're a big shot.
I'm not acting like I'm a big shot. You are really disrespecting me, aren't you?
Anyway, you're making me feel poor. Let's break up.
Harry, wait. Don't jump to conclusions. Let's talk it over.
There's nothing to talk about with a poor woman.
Oh no.
Take care. Hey, Luna, how are you doing?
Harry, long time no see.
It's been a long time, right? It's been a year since then.
So, what do you want?
Oh, come on. Even if I don't want anything, one little text won't hurt anything, will it?
I thought you and I broke up.
Of course we broke up. Until recently we were just friends, right?
I'm busy right now. If you don't need me, I've gotta go.
Bullshit.
What?
You're not busy, are you?
Huh?
It's no use being so tough. I heard a rumor again. I heard you quit your job.
What's that? You already know about it?
You and I were in the same club in college. I still keep in touch with my friends from college. Information comes in quickly. Are you stupid?
Why?
Don't you know why? What do you think you're doing quitting your job when you're already poor? How are you going to live? Are you going to be homeless? Are you going to be on welfare?
I'm neither of those things. Even though I quit my job, I'm still working part-time.
Huh? Part-time job? Maybe you're in shock because I dumped you. You must have lost your mind. You have to support your sick mother. How are you going to survive on a part-time job?
I have enough saved up from my time as a company employee, so I'll be fine. Besides, I quit the company for a good reason.
Why did you quit?
It's none of your business, so I'm not going to tell you.
What the hell? Boring bitch. Never mind. Unlike you, I'm doing great. I met this girl at a party and we started going out. She's 3 years younger than me and really cute. And unlike you, her family is rich. If we can just get married, I'll be set for life.
Well, that's great. That's all you wanted to talk about?
What's with the cold shoulder? Why don't you at least give me an update?
You went out of your way to make fun of me, didn't you?
That's not true. I have a new girlfriend and I'm worried about my ex-girlfriend. Can't you see how kind I am?
It's none of your business. Well then, I have to go to my part-time job.
Wow, it's Sunday and you have a part-time job? No time to be poor, huh?
Whatever. It's a waste of my time to talk to you. Don't contact me again.
Okay. Thanks for working for low wages. Hey, Luna. Don't ignore me. Hey, Luna.
Yes?
Oh, I finally got a reply. Thank goodness you didn't block me. Luna, it's been a while.
Who's this?
Huh? Don't tell me you forgot about me.
It's Harry. Harry. Yes, it's Harry, isn't it? I can see your name on the display. Which Harry is it?
Are you kidding me? I told you it's your ex, Harry.
Oh, the Harry who dumped me.
That's right. I've been telling you that for a while now.
I'm sorry. I know a few other people with the same name. I haven't been in touch with you for a couple of years. I didn't know who you were.
Damn, you're a cold woman to forget your boyfriend.
No. You're not my boyfriend anymore. Don't keep calling me. I thought I told you not to contact me.
Well, that was 7 years ago, so let's just forget about it. Forget about that. You're amazing.
What?
I heard you're rich now.
Rich? What's up with you all of a sudden?
Don't play dumb with me. I heard it from a friend. You're the president now, aren't you? That's amazing. You're in your 30s and you're a woman.
You're sharp-eared as ever.
I'm a great networker, aren't I? Well, I was surprised. When I contacted you before, I heard you quit your job and were working part-time. I thought you'd be living in poverty by now. Did you quit your job to start your own business?
Yes, that's right. I was preparing to start my own business while working part-time. It was tough when I first started the company, but with the help of a lot of people, we've been able to run the business just fine.
That's great, Luna.
Yeah.
I've always thought you were a smart girl. I guess I was right after all.
Huh? What are you talking about? You've always looked down on me, calling me a poor woman.
I couldn't help it. You were poor back then. But I believe that one day you would overcome your poverty and succeed. I'm proud of you as a boyfriend.
And that's why you're not my boyfriend. Don't get smart with me now. I'm busy with work. If you don't have anything else, I'll end the conversation.
Well, wait. I've got some good news for you.
What?
I'll marry you and we'll start over.
Excuse me?
You must be so surprised. You didn't expect me to propose to you?
Yes, I was so surprised I almost fell off my chair.
Luna, you're the president. You're busy every day, right? I'll stay by your side and support you. If you want, I can be a full-time house husband. I'll even take care of your mother.
Wait a minute. You have a cute younger girlfriend, don't you?
I broke up with her a long time ago.
Oh, weren't you trying to marry into wealth?
That didn't work out. I thought she was from a good family, but she wasn't. She just dressed high-ended to get rich men.
Oh, I see.
I was totally fooled. I had no idea that she was also trying to make a fortune. I'm so sorry I fell for that woman.
Well, I guess we both have that in common. So you dumped her first?
She dumped me before I could dump her. She had no intention of marrying a regular office worker with an average income.
That's too bad.
I work for a big company. I make a decent salary. She didn't want to marry a guy in his mid-30s with a flat salary.
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Don't worry about it. I'm free now, so we can get married anytime.
Huh?
Well, I'm looking forward to the wedding now. I'm sure you'll have a lot of guests when you're the president of a company. We'll have to find a big place for the ceremony. Where do you want to go for your honeymoon? Do you want to go abroad like a celebrity? Or do you want to go to a resort inside the country and just relax? Of course, you'll be paying for everything, so we can do whatever you want.
You know what?
I'd like to have 2 kids if possible. You have money. We'll build our own house as soon as we get married. Let's have a big yard where I can play catch with the kids. And I'd let my big dog run free in the yard. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Hey, just back up a moment. Stop being delusional.
What? I'm not being delusional. I'm just making plans for the 2 of us.
Our plans? You just talking about what you want to do.
Luna, there's no need to hide it. Just be honest.
Huh?
You're old enough to want to get married soon, right? You won't be able to have kids if you keep waiting.
I'm already married.
What?
I'm married, so I can't marry you. Well, not even if I was single. I have no intention of marrying you.
What did you say? I didn't hear anything about you getting married.
Oh, for someone who brags about his network? I guess you didn't get the important part.
When did you get married? Who's the guy?
5 years ago. I went to a seminar before I started my business. My husband was the instructor. We have 2 kids, by the way.
What? Wait a minute. You got married without consulting me? And what on earth do you think you're doing? Having kids too?
Huh? It's up to me whether I get married or have kids. Why do I have to consult you, a stranger?
You can't call me a stranger. I was your boyfriend up to 7 years ago.
7 years later, we're strangers.
But I still love you. I won't let you just go and get married without asking me.
What? You dumped me, so what are you talking about now?
I left you because you were poor and I had no choice. It's not that I don't like you anymore.
But you made a new girlfriend and bragged about it.
She dumped me and you're not poor anymore. You're the only one I love right now.
I don't care what you say. I'm already married.
Then leave your husband and remarry me right now.
What?
Instead of being with a man who has an unstable job as a lecturer, I'm sure you'd feel safer being married to a stable guy like me.
Not really.
Huh?
I'm financially independent. I don't plan to depend on my husband. Besides, he makes a lot more money than you do. Just because you work for a big company doesn't mean you're stable.
Oh, come on.
And my husband is nice to my mom. He's the best partner I've ever had. There's no reason to leave him.
Then what about my feelings?
Huh?
I love you. If I'm going to get married, I can't think of anyone else but you. I'm 35 and all my friends are getting married. I want to start a family too.
Then why don't you go to a party and find someone to marry?
I can't do without you. Please marry me.
I can't marry you because I'm already married.
Don't be so cold. I'm sure I can make you happier than your husband. If I get ahead, I'll even make more money than I do now. Right? Let's start over with me.
You're such an asshole.
What did you say?
You wanted to dump me because you thought I was poor. Now that I'm rich, you're all over me. You say you like me, but you don't like me. You like money.
That's not true. I really like you.
I'm wasting my time talking to you. Well then, don't contact me again.
Luna! Please marry me. Luna, how's the company doing?
Oh no, Harry.
Huh? What's the matter? What are you so surprised about?
I screwed up. I forgot to block you.
What the hell? That's terrible saying something like that directly to someone.
What do you want? If it's marriage, you'll never get it.
No, it's not. I've given up on marriage.
Then what now?
I'm going to work for your company.
What?
Actually, I'm unemployed right now.
You quit your job?
Yes, I did.
Why?
I had a little trouble with my boss. I got mad and slammed down a resignation letter, and it was accepted. I thought someone would try to stop me from quitting, but then just like that, the resignation process was underway. Damn it, I didn't think I'd actually have to quit.
You submitted your resignation voluntarily, so I guess it can't be helped.
That's why I chose your company as my new employer.
You chose? You're being pretty condescending there, aren't you?
A talented guy like me would be more than welcome, wouldn't he? I'm sure it's easier for you to work with someone you know well. It's easier for you to do your job.
Look here.
So, when do you want me to start work? I've already taken my paid vacation from my old company. I'm all set and ready to go.
I decline.
What?
We have enough employees.
Oh, come on, you won't hire me?
I doubt your mental stability when you think I would hire you at the drop of a hat.
Because I'm an elite who until recently worked for a major company. And we were even talking about marriage. You're just going to walk away?
We were last together 7 years ago. We broke up long ago. I have no obligation to hire you.
Just think about it.
Besides, you say you're brilliant. But the fact that no one stopped you when you tried to leave the company, that means you weren't very good, right?
What are you talking about? I was one of the top performers. I contributed a lot to the company.
Then there must have been something else wrong.
Oh well, anyway, help me out. When one of us is in trouble, we're both in trouble.
I don't remember you helping me.
Please, Luna. If you're not short on employees, a part-time job is fine. Just hire me.
We're good on part-timers too. Please find someplace else.
It has to be your company.
Huh? You don't have to turn to me. I'm sure there are many companies looking for employees.
Well, the thing is, no one will hire me.
Oh my goodness.
After I left my old company, I tried to get a new job, but I kept getting turned down for interviews. I can't believe it. I'm from a big company and I'm a good worker. Hiring managers at every company have poor judgment for people, don't they?
Well, it's not whether you're good or not. I guess they were more interested in your personality.
What do you mean?
Think back on how you've behaved in the past. I would never hire someone as arrogant and selfish as you.
Hey, Luna, I'm sorry about the past. Just hire me.
How many times do I have to tell you? No!
I apologize for making fun of you by calling you poor. I'm sorry I dumped you. I'm sorry about that and I want you to help me. I've almost used up all my savings. I'm in real trouble.
If you need money, why don't you do something in the labor industry? There are plenty of jobs out there if you're not choosy.
You want me to do manual labor? Give me a break. I've only worked at a desk for over 10 years. Of course, I can't do hard work.
You can stay spoiled like that forever. I'm sure you'll regret it one day when you're really poor.
I don't want to be poor. I need your help.
You'll have to do something on your own.
That's where I need your help. I'll do whatever you want, even chores.
You're persistent. This time, I'm really gonna block you. Well, goodbye.
Wait for me, Luna. Seriously? Did you really block me? Luna, don't give up on me.
After that, Harry desperately looked for a job. He managed to get hired as a field worker. However, he had neither the strength nor the guts to do the job, so he screwed up a lot. His bosses yelled at him so much, he was physically and mentally a disaster. But he had no choice but to work for a living. Rumor has it that he goes to the job site every morning, crying with his tail tucked between his legs. As for me, my company's sales have increased and the number of employees has grown. So we have moved to a new office. It is tough to raise a child while being the president of a company though. My husband is very proactive in taking care of the housework and childcare, which is a big help. My mother is also in good health these days, and when I am busy with work, she's now able to take care of our child. I would like to continue to live with my loving family, supporting each other.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.